What's going on? Welcome to US Football Forum, where football is king. This is Chevy. Today will be a momentous occasion as you are witnessing the start of a series called Who Is. This is a series that will shine some light on the rising stars within the XFL and cover some of their career moments that has led to them getting into the XFL. Everyone's story is different, and I hope we can all learn from their triumphs in pursuing their dreams. So without further ado, let's dive into the question of who is Austin Proehl? In the face of adversity, what do you do? Do you bend and give in to the obstacles set before you, or do you plow through those obstacles with the mindset of not letting anyone or anything hold you back from your dream? Layla Ali described being a 19-year-old, bright-eyed, boxing phenom in the making. She details a conversation with her father, the late, great Muhammad Ali. What's going to happen if you get knocked down? And Layla responded, well, if I get knocked down, I'm going to get back up, just like you did. Layla Ali's statement speaks true to the football career of Austin Proehl and the adversities he has faced along the way. Being the child of a parent athlete who has a legacy so great that they are literally known as a walking GOAT must come with a load of pressure, especially if you're considering the option of playing the same sport that parent excelled at. Austin Proehl's father, Ricky Proehl, spent 17 years in the NFL, caught 669 passes for almost 9,000 yards, and scored 54 touchdowns. Ricky Proehl also played in 4 Super Bowls, winning 2, one with the St. Louis Rams, also dubbed the greatest show on turf, and another Super Bowl with the Indianapolis Colts. What a resume, right? If Austin's dad ever attended a career day, Mr. Proehl would literally be the coolest parent in the history of career days. For Austin to be considering a career as a wide receiver, he has some pretty large shoes to fill. But you know what? I believe Austin wants to write his own story. Let's first start by saying Austin is a true stud. While attending high school in Charlotte, North Carolina, he played a laundry list of positions on the football field, from quarterback, running back, defensive back, special teams return man, and of course, wide receiver. He also had skills on the baseball field where he started as a shortstop and had a batting average of .330. The man was an athletic beast, but Austin ultimately settled in wide receiver while attending school at Providence High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. Because Austin played wide receiver, like his father, he was also nicknamed Little Ricky, which I personally find super dope. And it sounds like he owned the nickname with pride because Austin proved to be a man amongst boys on the field, like his pops. During Austin's senior year in high school, he put up 503 yards passing, 504 yards receiving, and 189 yards rushing. The 5'10", 160-pound senior was rated 3 stars by 24/7 Sports and had offers from North Carolina, Ohio University, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. Ultimately decided on North Carolina, which was funny because his dad is an alma mater of Wake Forest. Again, solidifying my beliefs that Austin wanted to write his own narrative. Austin attended UNC for 4 years, putting up some good numbers. He had 91 career receptions, 1,265 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Unfortunately, during the 4th game of his 2017 senior season, Austin broke his collarbone on a 47-yard flea flicker pass reception against Duke University. At the time, Austin was leading UNC wide receivers with 15 catches for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns within the first 3 games of the season. That wasn't Austin's first injury in college, but for this one to occur when it did would foreshadow one of the first major obstacles Austin would have to overcome. That same season, Austin would return for his second to last game. It was the senior day game against Western Carolina, where he had a decent outing, 3 receptions for 52 yards. He also played the last game against UNC rival North Carolina State. Despite the setback from Austin's senior year, he was still determined to pursue his dream of the NFL. During Austin's pro day, he worked to emphasize all the intangibles of his skills as a wide receiver. He also wanted to show some toughness after bouncing back from what looked like a season-ending injury. Austin's hard work didn't stop at pro day though. He traveled to California with his dad to train and prepare to work out for NFL teams. Again, nothing was handed to Austin, and this get-back-up mentality showed itself after he wasn't invited to the NFL Combine. So, Austin took his talents to Tampa, where the NFL hosted the Regional Combine International event. Little Ricky quickly turned the RCI into the Austin Proehl show. The 5'10", now 180-pound wide receiver attacked any ball in his vicinity. This outing is what got Austin his next opportunity, and one that would allow him to continue his dream. April 2018, Austin was drafted 256 overall in the 7th round by the Buffalo Bills. It was short-lived as he was waived by the Bills in September of that same year. Then was quickly picked up by Tennessee a couple days after, but then was waived again by the Titans a couple days after that. Midway through the 2018 season, he was signed by his dad's old team, the now Los Angeles Rams. So check this out. Austin was actually with the Los Angeles Rams during the Super Bowl 53 run in Atlanta, Georgia against the New England Patriots. Austin even had the opportunity to don his dad's old number, 87. It would have definitely been the icing on the cake to get a Super Bowl ring out of the matchup. August 30th, 2019 would be the last day Austin was part of the Los Angeles Rams organization, as he was waived during the final roster cuts. So here we are today, February 2020, with a brand new XFL before us. The Seattle Dragons drafted Austin October 2019, and after week 1 of the XFL season, Austin is proving to be writing a story. He was quoted telling Mason Kelly of the XFL News, "We have aspirations for ourselves, and I'm going to pursue it with all I've got. I want to play ball. I know God's plan for me, and I know His plan for me is to be here right now. That's my job. That's my goal. That's my dream." So what do you guys think? I'm all ears, and I really want to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to leave your comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more. Find the full written version of this at usfootballforum.com. Links in the description. Thanks again, people, for listening. I'll be here in the next video. God bless.